Hey, what's good everybody? It's Lance again and I'm here with another video right before the new year. Today I'm going to be doing a movie review for the newest Ridley Scott movie, All the Money in the World.
You used to be a spy.
My child is a prisoner.
$17 million. All they will take is eye, his ear, the hand, and don't tell me you don't have the money.
Obviously, there was a big controversy earlier on about this film because Kevin Spacey was actually the original J. Paul Getty. You saw him in all of the trailers, you saw him on all of the posters. He was the main guy that they were trying to market for this film. However, after all the sexual assault allegations came out against him and everybody was just like looking at him upside down, they kind of had to reshoot. So the studio chose to reshoot Ridley Scott, Michelle Williams, Mark Wahlburg returning, and they got Christopher Plummer to replace him. And I'm kind of glad they did because his performance is actually really good in this film and it spans throughout the entire movie. So they shot for about 9 days, I believe. It was like a $10 million budget for the whole reshoot process. Apart from like one scene, you can't really tell that there was another actor playing him. A CGI kind of like Kevin Spacey, Christopher Plummer on his face kind of thing. It was kind of interesting how that works, but it only happened one time. Everything else you can tell that it was just acted from the top and it was just like a whole reshoot, and it works well with the whole entire movie. It centers around J. Paul Getty III's kidnapping in Italy, I believe in the 70s, and Michelle Williams plays his mother who is trying to find out who did this, as well as try to get J. Paul Getty Sr., played by Christopher Plummer, to pay the ransom, which is at like $17 million. And to help him, J. Paul Getty actually hires this dude, or actually has this dude, his right hand guy, played by like Mark Wahlburg. He is hired to help her try to find either who was kidnapped their grandson, or his grandson, or her son, or just try to like negotiate to just try to get J. Paul Getty to, you know, basically just pay the ransom. And he's a very frugal man. He's a very stubborn man. He has all the money in the world, just like the title suggests. However, he doesn't like to spend it, and when he does like to spend it, he likes to spend it on like antiques, artifacts, art pieces, masterpieces, things of that nature. He doesn't even like to have people do his own laundry because he feels like he doesn't want to pay people to do stuff like that. It's all about like tax deductions, not even paying taxes. Michelle Williams does a really good job. I love her and everything she does, and I feel like, you know, her performance in this film is actually one of the biggest standouts of the film and is one of the key components to making this film as good as it is because of her performance. She's one of the best things about the movie. She has the look in her eyes, she has the passion, and she has the emotion. She's just good in a lot of films, and she doesn't stop here. She's just great. Mark Wahlberg is fine. He plays the, like I said before, the right-hand dude to J. Paul Getty, the guy who does deals and things of that nature. He's great. He's fine. He does what Mark Wahlberg does in usual films. It's him, it's who he is, and how, you know, he presents himself, and it shows, and I think it serves the character very well. Christopher Plummer is obviously, like I said before, he is great. Shows up to deliver, and each time he's on the screen, he's just a really good presence, and he shows it in every scene that he is in. And considering that he shot all of his scenes in 9 days, I think that just says a lot about what kind of actor he is. And, you know, it's better to see him being, I believe, 80 years old than to see Kevin Spacey with all that makeup, because I believe that would have been distracting. And now that you actually have an older person or older gentleman playing the character of J. Paul Getty, it actually makes a lot more sense and it works more with the movie. As far as any issues I had with the film goes, it's a little conventional, so like you understand a little bit where it's going. It's a standard, almost like not biopic, but a historical drama. However, it moves from place to place. You do feel a little bit of the runtime, but it's not anything to take away from the movie in general. Charlie Plummer plays J. Paul Getty III, and he's actually pretty decent from when he's on the screen. Believable, and everybody else who's around him. The kidnapper who befriends him, I believe his name is Cinquinta in the film. He's fine too. You understand like he had to like play that role in order to like almost befriend the kid, but also just like be who he is, which is a kidnapper. Anyway, if I had to give this movie a rating from a scale of 1 to 10, I definitely would give it like a 7.25 out of 10. I think it's a pretty solid movie, and I definitely recommend it if you have the chance to see it. If it's at a theater near you, don't hesitate, maybe just go see it. There's other films right now, but I think this is a really good, decent film to check out, so I definitely recommend it. That's all for today's review. I think I might be doing my top 10 or top 15 best films of 2017, so please stay on the look for that. And yeah, I'll talk to you guys soon. Have a good one.